Hello everybody and welcome here to the last episode of Crusader Kings 2 Northern Crusades. So what I want to talk about before we start the episode is essentially the next series, just so you know, it will not be a vanilla or an HIP game, it will also not be Lux and Victor, but of Lux and Victor, I believe that we will see some videos in a different format. Let's try that out once we get to that bridge, you know, or let's cross that bridge when we come to it, whatever. We are going to play a different mod, a mod that I'm very excited for because I barely ever have it on the channel despite it being that good. Now, with this last episode, if you do not know how I do things, essentially we will just do, you know, a time lapse. I will unpause, we will run for maybe 30-40 minutes, and in those 30-40 minutes we will just watch the world develop. But first, let's talk about who we were and what happened here. Well, you know what, actually let's unpause while I do that. We started as the wonderful High Priest Gimme, and High Priest Gimme the Bloodmonger, he was quite the character. I mean, he died with 69, that's literally the perfect age to pass away. And he also achieved so many things. He combined all of the counties down here in Prussia, he went even further into Lithuania, and then he destroyed the Northern Crusade once they came from... Oh, and look at these beautiful borders that just developed here. I love the borders of Poland, Lithuania. If we just go a bit more south into Ukraine here, that would be absolutely beautiful. But other than that, he was one of the greatest characters I think that you can have. Simply because, I mean, by God, his personal combat skill was insane. His ability to fight and let other people know that they are nothing but mere peasants to him. Now that was quite the ability. Of course, he also reformed the Romuvan faith to be incredibly aggressive. So I hope that the AI will go ahead and do some sort of magic over here. And after that, Giedrius took over. And Giedrius is already at war. He is defending good old Denmark, which is strange, seeing as he probably should be on the side of the vassals of High Chiefess Makina, but Denmark is indeed our tributary. And I would say that Giedrius is probably the character with the most personal combat skill that I have ever had, at least on camera, maybe not off camera. But he was just an absolutely incredible character. He is, you know, he destroyed everybody in his way. He got his own bloodline as well, similar to High Priest Gimme, but High Priest Gimme got it because he was so cruel. Giedrius got it because he lived twice through the blood games, and then once went on a journey to the Ilkhanate, and down there he of course experienced the best things that he ever could have experienced. Oh, what is this? Really? Who even are you? Why are they voting this man in? Oh no. Gimme, what are you doing? Giedrius, what are you doing? I almost want to say that he's probably changing his votes. They're back to Jerusha. You know what? Nope, that's a different Jerusha. Nope, that is our Jerusha. I was very confused there for a second. And she's, you know, getting some children. Oh, and she inherited. Way quicker than I thought this would go down. High Priestess Jerusha, the Word Slayer, is now here. And of course, that is a reason to celebrate, because it means that we are now in a situation where the actual, you know, kind of inheritance, as I intended it, actually went through. And look at Big Room. And you can say whatever you want about Crusader Kings 2, but let's just act as though tributaries are loose actual vassals. They are not that, but let's just act like they are, because Rum is a proto-Ottoman empire, proudly ruling over everything, and in a multicultural empire, seeing as Kilikia, for example, is apostolic, but apparently secretly Begomanist. Alright, don't know what to think about that. I actually like what happened down here. I love the 1204 start date for that, because what it offers you is essentially a situation where there is not just, you know, the Byzantine Empire sitting here. Oh my god, look at Crete! Oh, I absolutely love it. How did you get this? Conquered as a claimant. Look at this. Heinrich II, the monster, has created a magnificent, absolutely beautiful Sicilian, Cretan territory. I want to call it territory. What is this? Are you independent, my friend? You should not be independent, but apparently he is. Well, either way, he has been doing a tremendous job. How is the HRE doing? Let's take a look at that. They have a good... I mean, they have an actually good emperor. It is also Ludowinger. Weren't they on the throne, like, in the past? No, apparently not. Okay. And he's holding it together. You know, obviously he can't escape the big issues that he has in his north and northeast. That is, man, having these Romuvan pagans that sacrifice everybody standing in the way, having them to the north of you, makes you so vulnerable. I'm fairly certain he's not going to stand a chance long term. She just won that war, I believe. Was won by High Chiefess Makina the Holy. Right, good job. How's Krajariki doing? Are you blobbing? Nope, you're doing nothing. But you do want to kill Chief Gaudekis of Danzig, apparently. And look at her combat skill! Oh my god, that is absolutely incredible. We were so lucky with everything here. Now that she's a duelist as well, she is just truly... Oh, she's sterile now. Huh. Well, she does have daughters, and she does have different heirs, I assume. Yes, indeed. This is the Lord of Kiev, High Chief Dulikinsti. He is fairly old, so he's probably not actually going to inherit. But he will have a good time. I mean, look at this. Our entire dynasty. Straight up the best warriors that you will ever see. Be it, you know, in this playthrough or be it in a different playthrough. I wonder if you can get our personal combat skill. Oh no. Bosnia, what are you doing? This is not... I mean, you know what, Bosnia, more power to you. Maybe they can actually reunite Hungary, although I doubt it. But I wonder how high you can get your combat skill without, you know, any cheating. I was told that as long as your children are not landed, and for example, if they are your commanders, you can always send them out into the blood games, and if they already have a wonderful stat for the personal combat skill, you will get 10 per blood game. So 10 combat skill additionally to the ones that you already have. Would you go to 500? Maybe 1000? I'm not certain, because I never actually tried to, you know, game it like that, but by God, I would love to find out. And you're finding... What are you doing? Wait a minute, what is he doing? Helsingland? Oh, it's Denmark. Right, Denmark is using Krajariki to win every single war that they face, and Chagatai just collapsed. Oh, would you look at this? Western Protectorate, oh god, I can't even speak. No longer are they truly the Protectorate of the West, seeing as Chagatai, you know, I think they used to rule over roughly this area. Now they're just confined to this tiny area over here in the steppes. Oh, Sicilia is independent again. That is disappointing, of course. Oh no! Crete! What? Wait a minute. What actually happened here? Where did the Kingdom of Crete go? I assume that, you know, that's depressing. The best part about this entire playthrough is now gone. Oh, and just for the record, look at this. Kilikia actually fell apart. Kilikia here down here still, of course, a servant of the Ottomans, of Rum, of the Proto-Ottomans. But everything here, of course, was split off, so that is now independent. Rum could go for it, but I doubt it, seeing as they don't actually share a border with it. They themselves do not have anything over there. The interesting part about this, and also, wait a minute. They could call a crusade, couldn't they? What are you doing? Okay. Makina the Holy has started a war for Thuringia, but I don't think she's even going to be close to winning that. That's embarrassing. Yep, there you go. The war's over. And maybe now he will actually call a crusade. That would be pretty good. I would love to go where they want to go with that, because I would love to see where they want to go with that, because I mean, we still have the King of Jerusalem confined, or the Queen of Jerusalem confined over here in Cyprus. They still exist. But we also, of course, have this stuff going on over here. And I feel that maybe if they declare war on Saxony, that the Romuvan AI will not be good enough to go ahead and remove the Christians. Yeah, let that joke sink in, okay? I've done it a million times now, and you will have to live with that joke. The Alayubi dynasty is still existing. I'm proud of them. Honestly, they deserve all of my admiration. Who is the current caliph? Shouldn't it say here who the current caliph is? Do they not have a caliph? No, right? That can't be right. It could theoretically fade away, but it usually never does. I mean, that is just a very strange thing to happen if it did. They don't have a caliph. The Sunni caliph is gone. High Priestess Jerusha still holding it together. Obviously, this is just a scripting religion. Pope Anastasius V having a decent time, I assume. Yeah, okay, so no caliph means no jihad, means the Sunnis are not in a good situation. Parmese English anti-papal war. So there is an anti-pope in England, and it looks to me as though Parma will actually win it. I mean, honestly, The Papal State in HIP, and I believe in Vanilla as well, is actually quite powerful because they have whatever they get just from normal levy, then they have the Papal Guard, and they have infinite income, meaning that they always come out on top. And he here didn't even recruit the Papal Guard. Oh, well, obviously you do not have any vassals anymore. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Captain of the Papal Guards. They are quite powerful, but they did not actually recruit them for this war. Just were like, nah, dude, England? We don't need anything for them. We can just destroy them. Duca Richard the Holy is doing a tremendous job in beating up the English as they deserve it. Look at him, King Joffrey the Black of England. He's a pretty interesting character. Not a good character, mind you, but a pretty interesting character. She is holding it together. Her heir is now Culnine's Pomedy. 35 years of age. Terrible heir. Terrible, terrible heir. Don't know why anybody would want to make him heir, especially because he does not share the bloodline of Gedouts. What's the point? How did he die anyway? Natural death. Just fell asleep and was gone. That sounds about right. Oh, and oh, I love this. This is just gorgeous. So, Grauyariki is, without my personal aid, now truly the Baltic Sea Empire. Because they have under their control not just the lands down here, they also have Denmark, Finland because of Denmark, and Sweden. And I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I mean, honestly, you can't have the name be any better, because if it goes like this, it looks weird. Nah, that is okay. I also spotted you down here. Look at this. I didn't even know they had Romuvans up there, and yet they rebelled, apparently. So, the title that he holds is Romuva title. That is a title, you know, after rebellion. Romuva Vipuri. Should show up right here. There you go. Yeah, 1260. It happened that early? No. Ah, there you go. Huka conquered it, and then from there we get to the current situation. Now, Grauyariki is actually blobbing towards the east, which I'm a big fan of. But I wish they would go even further south. That would be the really beautiful thing to do. And yeah, this infighting is a bit weird. Obviously, you know, Saxony wants to expand towards the north or the south, but can't really do it because whenever they do go to the north, they face Grauyariki, and whenever they go to the south, they face the Holy Roman Empire, essentially meaning that the Holy Roman Empire can live. Because otherwise, they probably would actually be united, you know, to fight together because they are of the same dynasty, although that may not be permanent. Yeah, there you go. They are no longer of the same dynasty. Oh. Just passed away. Is this fully elective? What is this? Oh, it is! That is pretty cool. This is not eldership. This is just fully elective, and things keep getting ousted here. Oh my god, get out of here! Oh, I hate it. I hate it. How could this happen? So, via inheritance, they actually... No. Ooh. Oh, I get it. So this was an actual crusade. Oh, that's fair. I thought that they actually elected him. I would have been very confused there, but instead they were ousted. The Romuva people have been ousted from Saxony, which still remains an independent kingdom, but not under the Holy Roman Empire, at least not de facto. De jure, of course. Still is, but interesting development right there. Very, very interesting development indeed. The Romuva faith has been fought back. Duca Vivaldo the Crusader. Why is he named Duca anyway? I mean, I guess technically every realm that would be a kingdom in the Holy Roman Empire, except Bohemia, which is a proper kingdom, but every other kingdom would just be a duchy, which it was also historically, of course. So I suppose it makes sense that he's named Duca Vivaldo the Crusader of Sachsen, but I just love the thought of having something going on here where an Italian man comes up north, and instead of giving, you know, he just fights there, obviously. Oh, I hate that. But instead of giving, you know, all of this back to the Holy Roman Empire, he just goes, nah, I'm gonna rule in the north now, sorry to tell you. Oh, lordy, and they're actually losing to the Saxons. I hate it, by God. Every time the AI does this sort of thing, where you leave them in an unlosable situation and they still lose. There's nothing I can say, dude. There is actually nothing I can say. Grauyariki should have the forces, especially in a defensive war, to actually get that done. Oh no. Jerusha. Wait a minute. Oh no, you're feudal. You moved your Oh, you just... No, you didn't actually move your capital. You just posted cringe, though. And you're gonna lose land for that. Oh, why would you become feudal? Jerusha. My heart can't take this. My heart legitimately can't take this. You know what? Let's focus on the nicer things of life, which is exactly nothing. I like Rum, I guess. Whose rebellion is this? Is this Ilkhanate? Oh, it's a Rumian revolt. Okay, fair. I don't like this. I do not like this. I don't like any of this. Ooh, they might actually be able... Did they win this? Wait a minute. Are they still fighting this? They are still fighting this, but she will actually win it now that this rebellion is broken out. Now that is blessed. You usually do not see a rebellion against the Crusader King, because everybody's like, hey, you're the Crusader King, I like you. But in this case, everybody's just mad, apparently, for some reason. Overthrow liege, crown authority. Yeah, he's definitely not in a good spot there. And High Priestess Jerusha may just win this, but by God, you shouldn't have feudalized. None of you have... Oh. Wait a minute, when did this happen? All of these vassals are now also already feudal. That is much quicker. Usually, you don't see that quick of a transition. I'm actually, you know, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm a bit positive, a bit negatively surprised by this. Usually, when the AI goes towards feudal from tribal, or even, no, actually with Ikta it's fine. But if they go from tribal to feudal, what it means is that nobody else, no vassals, will ever convert to feudal, meaning that they are stuck in a land of no return and only punishment. But apparently the transition here to feudalism has worked quite well for Krauyariki. So the way I see it, I mean, you know what? More power to you. That is the way... Ooh, what is this? Alandalos? Are you Christian? Interesting. So I guess they just revolted. That's actually... I mean, we can check for that, you know? Installed by faction of mine, yes. So they revolted, got some of the land, but barely any, let's be real here. And he still holds Portugal. Fair enough. I think he just straight up created it before the war started. Like, yeah, I guess it's already a decade ago that he created it. Oh no, what are you doing? Don't... Oh, you absolute son of a gun. Don't you dare lose to a rebellion. And then you declared an aggressive war. I guess it was actually Sweden, huh? Okay, they're not actually gonna lose any of these. So I'm okay with that. Jerusha, you can keep it together. This is the first time that I've actually ever seen an AI transition from tribal to feudal and not have everybody stuck on tribal while their liege lord is now feudal. So you know what, Jerusha, you've done well. And what I will also actually point out is that I love what is going on up here. You have a fairly strong Ireland under an English ruler. I take it back, don't love it anymore. But what you have up here is just gorgeous. You have this really weird looking Scotland. Just the perfect borders for Scotland. There is no Scotland. Everybody's happy. Nobody is mad anymore. Ragusa has held their ground. And actually, let's take a look at the trade zone. So we have Pisa. Venice is still existing, but very, very weak. A mere shadow of themselves. And I have a feeling they did not get kicked out. Fair enough. We have Trebizond, apparently. Genoa. Ancona. Jesus, this is sunk ports, of course. Slesvig, Pisa up here, apparently. Algarve. We have so many. I'm impressed. We have so many merchant republics. And they all appear to be quite healthy in their competition with one another, so I really do like that. Honestly, about this start date and about how this all turned out, there is so much stuff that I look at and just think, this is really well done. Like, the game... Oh, no, they lost Silesia. The game just did itself a favor here and actually did something good. But look at that, the Romuvan faith is being pushed back. And by God, I regret it all. I loved how Rum, just for a second, I was about to say, oh, look at Rum, beautiful and big. And immediately after imploded. So despite the Byzantines not being there, Rum is filling the role of just constantly being in a state of revolt. Man, Jerusha, you know, weren't really a good pick, were you? And you married their own dynasty. Good God. What happened here? But at least he's going to be a good leader. Or, you know, it looks like he's going to be a good leader. Oh no, she married them away normally. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, look at that. Norway inherited Denmark, meaning that Denmark is no longer a tributary. Yeah, I feel like the Romuvan faith is not having a good time. But they are going further east. They are cleaning this map up, this mess up. I'm a big fan of that at the very least. Ooh, what are you? Looking cute. Catholic Sardinia. Yeah, I like that. I like these island nations of the Mediterranean. Somebody was like, oh, I find it so funny how much One Proud Bavarian is in love with Crete. I just love it when they rise up on their own and manage to beat up everybody around them, rising up to the occasion and actually figuring it all out. Now, with that being said, the next crusade is 1310. The next Romuvan Holy War could be right now. Maybe it actually is right now. Sächsische Holy War for Lebus. Yeah, it's pretty bad that this is going on. Oh, they all fell apart again. Well, welcome back to the light of day, Denmark, who now also has eaten up a bit of Norway, while Norway ate up Finland. It's a weird world out here, you know? It's a very weird world. Let's take a look at religions. Catholicism is plagued by... Oh, but they are at 100 moral authority. They are plagued by some heresies over there. More so is, of course, Orthodoxy, practically dead. But they are holding on over here because Nicaea is still just a tributary, not a direct vassal, not conquered. Nothing like that. The Sunnis still do not have... Oh, they do have a new caliph, actually. Take a look if I can find him, although I doubt it. Khalifa al-Hakim. I wonder where he is. I wonder where he is indeed. Hey, let me type. Al-Hakim. There you go. Amir of Hijaz. Ah, so he directly holds not even Mecca and Medina, but he should. Anyway, he is the new caliph. Good on you. Good on you indeed. Let me take a look. I was thinking, but apparently not. I was thinking that maybe he's going to call a new jihad. Oh, he actually called one. We missed it. What did they conquer? If you see whatever they may have conquered, then do let me know, because I can't spot it. Like, I'm looking around, right? They could have gone for Sicily, they could have gone for something over here, but none of that is actually conquered. Maybe they just failed. You know, I would have suggested going for Jerusalem, or I guess Cyprus, but I don't think that they actually did that. And we are now 88 years in. Oh, Krauja Riki. See, it always pains me. I always do these time lapses, and I always expect that they just go quite well. Oh no. I think this is just you rising up. Okay, I thought this was actually just a new independent county and/or duchy here. But it is not. That is quite okay. But yeah, you know, you always think, oh, I left the AI in an unlosable situation, and they always lose. Every time. In 1310, they will be able to call a new crusade, and honestly, I feel as though they probably will go for Poland. Destroy... Oh, no. Wait, what is... Oh, this is a smaller internal war then, I suspect. Yeah, there you go. So they were attacking for Primorsko, but they will lose that, as is tradition. Oh, God. Yeah, this is not going too well for our team here. Bosnia is still holding on to this. That is quite impressive. Usually that would already be independent, but, you know, hey, I welcome it. This world is a mess of just being splintered. I think that is a very fair assessment right there. At least I like the eastern borders, you know, we're going into a good direction there. Not towards the Black Sea, but it is still okay, I think. You gotta see that I always try to finish playthroughs when we reach a point of being overly sustainable. Once I am over the tipping point of being too strong to ever even being threatened by anybody, I usually decide to call it a day, and that's it, right? But for the AI, that's usually not enough. So for me personally, you know, having this realm, we are unbeatable. And at the end of the day, I think that takes away a bit of the tension, a bit of the excitement of just seeing me survive, of just seeing me, you know, go up against the immediate threats that you see at the start of a playthrough. So once we reach this point of view, I'm just set. That's game, right? We're done. But apparently the AI is never able to actually stand their ground. They will always go ahead and make mistakes wherever they can. Oh, is he doing it? Braulix now, he has already remarried. God damn it, that is cold. That is ice cold, I can tell ya. But is he actually going to do this? Will he reclaim Schlesien? Let's be real here, probably not. But at the same time, Wouldn't it have been cool? Yep, he's losing that really badly. What can you say? What can you say other than, why are you embarrassing me like this? He's named the Evil. He's a pretty good fighter. He is also a kinslayer. How did you die? Aw, man, clutching at her heart. 62. I guess it was a time. 62 is a pretty fair age. He only has one bloodline as well, of course. How disappointing. The Axe of Perkunas, still in our possession. Yep, all of those still in our possession. I like it. But honestly, I don't know. Perkunas should probably take back his axe, because we are embarrassing him. Without a doubt, we are embarrassing him. Rum has blobbed straight into hike right here. They do hold Georgia as well. Rum, I'm honestly proud of you. I revoke my pride for Craueriki. And I give Rum... Oh my god. Bosnia, you've done it again. Bosnia is actually the absolute master of this playthrough. They are practically Hungary, Croatia. I mean, they are missing the West, I suppose. But they are practically Hungary, Croatia. And they are actually holding it together. I thought all of this would become independent, but now that they hold everything, it is quite a power move. The Chad Bosnia versus the Virgin Craueriki. Ah, so that is how it happened. They conquered it as a claimant, and then they just got lucky here time and time again by inheriting it. Saxony not having a good time either. Craueriki did not win their war for Schlesien, of course not. Oh no, and now they're losing war after war after war. The religious reconquests are destroying Craueriki. See, that is the depressive things that you don't see if you skip this episode. You would have been like, wow, what an empire we have built for the ages. In 1800, we will probably have the Commonwealth of Craueriki still living there. The Commonwealth of the four people, the Polish, the Prussians, Lietuvans, and Lietuvans, I think that is how I pronounce it, and the Russians. We will see all of that. Nope. It's all falling apart. Yep. The HRE is taking out chunk by chunk by chunk. And Craueriki is a mere shadow of its former self. They are losing yet again Oberbayern Holy War for Lebus. Svenska War to free Konungur Ingvar the Mutilator from Suzerain. I mean, yeah. You're not going anywhere here. They are building up stage 2, but I don't think they're actually going to do it. Yeah, he's not building it up anymore. I don't think he has the money. Indeed, he does not. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm legitimately sad. I thought Craueriki would be in a position to live because the HRE was so weak. How? I'm going to be serious here with you. How is Bosnia doing this? They're chipping out piece by piece what should also already belong to them, obviously, you know. Good old Hungary. They are doing it. I don't know how, but they are doing it. Honestly? Ooh. Let's talk about what is the best. Wales, you're disgusting. See, I would say, hey Wales, this is cute, but then they hold London. And just like, what are you doing here? What's going on here? But the way I see it, let's talk about the good things about this map. Oh yeah, let's not talk about early Italian colonization, shall we? That is something that I would like to avoid as a topic. But I will talk about the good things, and Bosnia is definitely one of them. That is a comeback, or rather a rise from not even ashes, because there was nothing there before, that I did not predict. What just happened here? Revoke Torda. Okay, I think you're gonna be fine, but oh, you're not gonna be fine. Alright, well, I like that. I also like, of course, Sardinia. You know I'm a sucker for island nations. That is pretty cool. Crete, honestly, has risen up again, as far as I'm concerned. They have given themselves the Kingdom of Crete yet again. And they are actually Sicilian now, which, you know what? It's closer than the Germans that used to rule there. Yeah, let's not talk about any of this, okay? That's just, not a good time. Straight up, not a good time, whatever is going on down here. Pisa, how dare you? How actually dare you? Now, Riki, I assume, is still getting beaten up. Indeed, they are. Oh no, they're actually winning something. 12k. Where did they come from? Where did they go? I can't tell you. I have no idea. When is the next crusade? I think I want to stick around in this time lapse for the next crusade. In 7 years, We will follow these developments closely. Ere is now in a wonderful position. Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with what they've done up here. I don't know why Lagan exists, but I guess it's just a revolt. Ere is now actually ruled by a Goidel, so that is an actual Celt, and not just an Englishman ruling over Ireland. I'm a big fan, without a doubt. Bulgaria has formed. Impressive. Very impressive. They have been under Rum suzerainship for, what, maybe like 40 years? And now they've risen up. They've actually combined. It is the Asen dynasty. Ooh, a long dynasty. They were actually Tsars of Bulgaria in 1197. That is before we started playing, so they are historically relevant. And they actually formed, or they made Hungary, I guess. They had Hungary now for a while as a title, but they made Hungary their primary one. Yeah, this is just... What do you want me to say here? Third Liberation Revolt, but they did win it. That is nice. At least in the east, they still hold a sizable part of land. But honestly, I don't think that Krauja-Riki is built to last. It's just this happens all the time now. After the Iron Century patch, we saw the Christians come down south and into Africa for an early, rush for the Dark Continent. Every single time. They just keep doing it, and I'm mad about it. I'm fed up with it, I'll be honest with you. Reconquista never worked, of course. The Lordship dynasty, or Lorsit dynasty, I don't know, is keeping it together down there. I congratulate them. Rumors falling apart by the looks of it, because Nicaea is now independent. They have made it. Maybe, if they were to reclaim the Constantinople, they could reform the Byzantine Empire, but I'll be honest with you, I don't see it. I don't think that is going to happen. I don't think that is a realistic prospect at all, and yeah. Oof. They have a great Romuvan Holy War now for Vladimir. It could work out. Vladimir is incredibly weak, but at the same time, they're being pushed out of Poland even further. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I could see them win Vladimir, I guess, but look at this. Poland will not be in Romuvan hand for, maybe in 40 years, I think, they would have lost entirely. Because it's not even the Emperor pushing in here, it is his vassals. It's his vassals that are able to do this, because Krauja-Riki is just that wasted. I guess it's mostly Böhmen. Man, that would be an interesting story. I will just say that would be an interesting story for, an EU4 playthrough. To take a look at this, I mean, this conversion would be pretty cool. There is no conversion, just for the record, for HIP and EU4. But I mean, think about it. You have this Supreme Bohemia, which could become maybe the new permanent emperor. I mean, they're not even, they're not the emperor right now, obviously, but in EU4 they could probably pull it off. You would have Saxony to clean up there to add to the empire, which could strengthen the empire if they were to reclaim it. And you could have a situation where they would push out Krauja-Riki even further, or where Krauja-Riki makes a comeback. How's this going? Okay, he's actually winning for Vladimir, which is a very good war goal, because that is going to be a huge addition. I guess at the end of the day, Krauja-Riki simply became Russia. We could have formed the Empire of Rus, of course, in the past as well, but hey, this is fair. I think this is indeed something that you could characterize as fair. They're losing in the west, so instead they're simply going east. That is as easy as it is. And I don't think that Vladimir will be able to pull this one out of the fire. It's already too far progressed. But do keep in mind, now we do know that this Great Holy War is happening. Do keep in mind that we will very soon see a Crusader in about a year from now. He will have the privilege to call one again. But let's just stick to good old Krauja-Riki until then. If you get Vladimir, you know what? High Priest Brownix, most of what has happened since I gave you the reins, since I gave Jerusha the reins, will be forgiven. Most of it, not all of it. But holding Poland, maybe it was a bit too strong. Maybe it was a bit too powerful. Either way. Crusade will start soon. What the hell? We won it. Wait, wasn't this for Vladimir? What? What do you mean by this? What? Oh, I'm an idiot. Damn, I can't believe he actually gave that to a different ruler. I thought he would hold on to Vladimir for sure. I was practically certain, and then here we are. They are allies because of cultural bonds. That is quite nice. I guess it's nice to have an independent Vladimir up here. The brother kingdoms, the sister kingdoms, whatever you want to call it. And we are now at the stage where he can actually do it. There you go. 28th of November. The time is now. And the time for a crusade is here. What is this? You are still Sunni. Just checking. He's just not a culture where it names the empire after his dynasty. That is why I was confused. There was like, is that actually a Christian realm? It is not. Spoilers. Oh dear Pope Leo X the Blessed. Muddy Pope as you are. Who are you going to declare this war against, I wonder? I also like Ragusa. Look at that. Look at Ragusa taking the western coast of Greece. I'm actually a big fan. I can't deny it. It's a beautiful thing to see. Come on, Portuguese Pope. He is Portuguese. He may declare war against the Lawcid dynasty, but if they don't go for... I mean, come on, man. You still have the King of Jerusalem, or the Queen of Jerusalem. No, King now. The King of Jerusalem is sitting here. You gotta keep it together, buddy. You really have to keep it together. Go for Jerusalem. Maybe... I mean, you can't even go for Poland. Oh, no. Overthrow the liege, crown authority, huh? At least he's winning it. I'm happy for High Priest Braulix. He seems like a pretty good dude. You know, keeping it together. Come on, Pope. Who are you gonna go against? Tell me your secrets. Oh, there we go. Nope. That's not at all what we were looking at. And now that he is at war, he of course can't declare the crusade. By God. I got time. Listen, I have time. I want to see this because if it is just against Krauyariki, we would immediately witness the death of an empire. Oh, that is so cool. Thessalonica, really? Out of all the places you could have gone for, you're going for Thessalonica? So they declared on Rum. I like it. I'm a huge fan. But it's just this. So like, you know. Like all you're gonna get out of this crusade is this stuff. Because everything else is already ruled by non-Rum. I don't know what to feel about that. Feels like a bit of a wasted crusade, but the AI has never been the smartest of actually deciding on crusades. And this crusade will quite clearly, I think, end in favor of the Christians. I mean, we literally can't see the defenders because of how many attackers there are. Huh. He does have 28k troops though. That is quite the healthy troop amount, I will say. Hired 4,800, has a retinue of 9,000. It is over. I'm not even going to make that joke. I was ready to make that joke, but I'm not going to make that joke. It's a couple of decades too late, I think. Look at you. Onagis Bongans, the Fox of Vladimir. Quite proud of you. Weirdly enough, they keep getting this elective, despite them being supposed to get eldership, but, you know, I think that is fine. Doesn't have to be under the same dynasty, doesn't have to be the same rules either. And the crusade right here will end with a tiny, tiny Thessalonica. Rey Blasco the Guardian. Lado Alfonso. Yeah. I hate... Okay, let's talk about what I hate, because I talked about what I like. I hate the Iberian Peninsula. I hate France. Kind of want to say I don't hate that, because it's like Victoria II Gross Germanium, you know? I love Eire. I really, really do. I like Sweden, I guess. I like the Nordics. Yeah, those are nice. I like this, kind of. I just regret that they actually lost all of the... Oh, what are you doing? Wait, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. I was looking in... Nope. I don't know what happened here. You know what? Let's not talk about that. I must have seen some ghosts there. I like these borders, except I regret that we had this and it was lost. Had we never held this, I would have been like, you know what, this is fine. But hey, it's okay. This is just whatever. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, this is wild. There's tribes, there's feudal, there's nomads, there's everything. Everybody coming together. I love Sardinia. I hate this stuff. I mean, this is just disgusting. I love Ragusa. That is very, very cute. The fact that they also vassalized Epirus, or made them into a tributary rather, that is quite cute indeed. If Nicaea reclaimed Constantinople, that would make for a really good meme. I really do love that Jerusalem is still hanging out right here. And you know what? Let's actually take a look at this. If they win this, which I doubt now that I see his troop count, but if they were to win this, they would have come back all on their own. And you don't really see that at all. Once they've been pushed out of the Holy Land, it's over. Don't know what this is all about. It's a weird color, but they are just Sunnis, so they're not anything, you know, special. Ooh, and the Khans are rising up yet again. Khan Mahmud IV, Akarluk, the Wicked. He's doing a good job. He's unified all of this yet again after the Chagatai fell apart and left a bit of a power vacuum there. I do wish that you held more of this. If you just held one more province, I believe that you could actually create the Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica, and that would be cute. Very cute. And that is pretty much it. I mean, that wraps up this series. I hope that you enjoyed the play, rather the story that we had here in the Kingdom and Empire of Kraujariki. But as always, if you hand anything over to the AI, it falls down to the floor and you can never recover it. How disappointing. How disappointing indeed. Jerusha, Jerusha, Jerusha. You started losing all of this. I will see you in the next episode of a new series with a wonderful mod that I hope all of you are going to enjoy. Have a good one. See you later, alligator.